Hi, how are you? It's Dr. Muso. Today we want to talk about student independence. What are we talking about? We are talking about the autonomy, the independence that the child, that the student, that the learner should enjoy in the classroom. Gone are the days when a teacher dominates the lesson. It is now time for the students to be independent, to discover themselves, to be creative, to be the participant in the learning process. So that is what we want to focus today. So independent learning is when students they set up goals. They say that I want to achieve, I want to attain. They monitor their learning processes. They are learning progress. We wrote a test, but in this test I did not do well. We wrote this exercise, but in this exercise I did not do well. So I want to. So they monitor everything that will be taking place, and they also evaluate their academic development, their academic achievement. They evaluate themselves. So it means that learners are accountable in what will be taking place in the classroom. So this is an overview of independent learning. Having said this now, we want to talk about how independent learning can be attainable, can be achieved by the teacher. So let's talk about the classroom environment. A teacher should establish an environment which is conducive for learning, an environment which is so attractive to the learner that whenever the learner will be in the classroom, the learner will be saying, yeah, I'm eager to go. I'm going to understand. I'm going to participate. I'm going to be the main participant in whatever the teacher will be teaching on that particular day. So a teacher should create this independent learning, this environment which is independent, which is inclusive, which is so supportive, an environment that encourages students to make active choices of their learning. Learning whereby students will be saying, I'm going to take this choice, I'm going to be accountable in what will be taking place in the class. So it's a learning which fosters ownership. I'm honoring what's taking place in the classroom. I'm responsible for what is taking place in the classroom. I'm also going to be responsible for the results that I'm going to achieve. So it is a learning that is dedicated to the learner, and the learner will be the most our important person in the classroom. The environment that allows learners to participate in their own learning. So learners will be participating. Yes, sir, you are giving an answer. Group work now, they are eager to present. They are eager to do everything that the teacher requires or asks them to do in the classroom. But don't dominate the lesson. Good morning, class. Good morning. I'm Mr. Jones. Today we are going to learn about Hitler of Germany. Hitler was a Hitler. No, no, no. It's no longer time for that. It is time to come up with the methodologies. It's time to come up with teaching activities in which the learner dominates what will be taking place during the learning process. Then, after that, now you establish clear routines. What should be done in the class? What should be followed in the class so that the learner now becomes independent? The learner becomes, or he or she will be at the center of everything that will be taking place in the classroom. Make sure that the routines that you establish as a teacher, they are consistent. And when they are consistent now, it means that in that classroom now there will be order and the learners will easily understand what you will be teaching. Then you are also supposed to scaffold the learning activities. Scaffolding is also important. Why? We are talking about a learner. A learner now can come, can present. For example, you are doing a certain topic, then you want to use methodology of our group work or pair work now. When the learner now presents, good morning, class. Good morning, class. My name is Mary. I'm going to present about the disadvantages of Then when they present now, make sure that you scaffold, you support the what the learner. Then the learner moves on. The next what a point is queen. Then after queen, you come, you scaffold. After they finish the presentation, you come in as the teacher now, you scaffold, you explain. Don't make now the learners teach everything whilst you are standing or you are seated. No, come in as the teacher, you scaffold so that the learners now they will listen to the learner was presenting and they will also take your explanations, your illustrations on the topics that will be presented. Then, having said this now, you are also supposed to come up with effective questioning techniques. Make sure that the questioning techniques now they encourage creativity. Start from the low order, go to the high order. So in your teaching, make sure that high order questions they are there. These high order questions they are important. Why? Because they encourage creativity, they encourage learners to think deeply about what you are teaching. They encourage learners to have problem solving skills. So make sure that your questioning techniques they are up to a scratch. And whenever you are asking a question, make sure that you follow the procedure of asking a question. You ask a question, you pause. You allow students to participate. When they participate now, leave them to discuss. After that now, what do you do now? You come in as the teacher. Then you move on doing like that, like that. Don't ask a question and answer on your own. No. Or asking a question that you are also going to, that you're not going to allow students to discuss. That shouldn't be done. So make sure you use effective questioning techniques. Avoid vague questions which are not clear to understand. Make sure that the questions that you are going to ask, they are going to be understood by the students. So what are we saying? We are saying that allow autonomy, allow students to express themselves, create that conducive atmosphere, conducive environment in which learners are the main targets, in which learners will be at the center of everything that will be taking place in the classroom. Thank you so much. It's Dr. Moso.